The hardest thing about being on a diet is sticking with it. You know the drill. Life is busy, food is delicious, and there's just too much temptation around you. Once you get off track, you start feeling guilty and thinking you've completely ruined your progress. But burning the extra fat doesn't have to be so hard. With the right tricks, persisting becomes a lot easier. In this video, we'll talk about the 9 best tips to stick to your diet, so you can stay consistent with your new eating plan and get life-changing results. Number 1. Don't stall. Learning how to stay on course with your diet starts with beating procrastination. It's tempting to promise yourself you'll start tomorrow or next Monday, only to find yourself stalling again and again. Delaying your new diet is going to do you no favors. Did you know that you are more likely to overeat when you expect to start a new diet? That means you're actively gaining weight that will be very hard to lose. You'll also miss out on a very important benefit. A 2019 study from the European Journal of Social Psychology found that it takes about 60 days for a habit to develop. That's only a couple of months, and your eating plan will be on autopilot. But the longer you wait to start your diet, the longer it'll take you to get used to your new eating habits. So the best time to start your new diet is right now. Number 2. Know why you're doing it. To be able to persist with your diet, you need a very good and motivating reason to lose weight. Do you know your why, and is it good enough to inspire you? It may be short-term, like fitting in a tux or a dress for a wedding. Or you may be thinking long-term, like being healthy enough to raise your children or grandchildren. There are no bad reasons to lose weight and stay healthy. But you need to know what motivates you so you have something to lean on when you're hungry and vulnerable. When things get tough, it's too tempting to give up and indulge. Knowing your why will help you feel motivated and be disciplined enough to continue to make progress. If you don't have a reason to lose weight, focus on health. Weight loss will help you lower body fat, live longer, and avoid a number of illnesses that make you feel terrible. Number 3. Be flexible. Studies have found that being flexible can save you from getting off track with your diet. In fact, very rigid eating plans can set you up for failure. You can follow a rigid plan for a while, but sooner or later you'll experience very uncomfortable cravings and give in. Unfortunately, many of us have experienced that before, and that's why flexible dieting has become so popular in recent years. But what exactly is flexible dieting? It's a nutritional style that is based on eating within a certain range of calories, rather than obsessing over good and bad foods. As long as you stick to your allowed daily calories, it doesn't matter if you're eating chicken, pizza, or even a donut. This flexibility is incredibly effective to help you stay on course, since you're never going to miss out on tasty foods. It doesn't matter which diet you choose. If you give yourself some flexibility, it'll be easier to keep at it. Number 4. Be prepared. It's always a good idea to know what you'll eat before you sit down for a meal. This way you'll be less impulsive and more likely to be disciplined. That's why meal prepping is such a good strategy for weight loss. It's a fast and efficient way to keep your food intake under control. But we know life is more complex than that. There are times when you just can't make your own meals. A holiday, a night out with friends, a family reunion. How can you prepare for those? Well, it's simpler than you might think. If you're eating out at a restaurant, look up the menu online so you can decide in advance what to get. If you're a guest at someone's house, start by putting the right portion size on your plate and don't go for seconds. That way you'll know exactly how much you're eating. And keep in mind that eating a healthy snack beforehand is always a good way to keep hunger in check so you're less likely to go overboard. Number 5. Limit processed food. Many studies have shown that eating too much processed food causes a number of chronic illnesses. In fact, processed food is full of sugar, sodium, and unhealthy fats. Eating those substances in large quantities can lead to weight gain, hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, and many other conditions. But did you know that processed foods make it more likely for you to get off track with your diet? In fact, they can feel highly addictive, so they're super easy to overeat. If you want to stay healthy and keep losing weight, it's best to limit how much processed food you eat. So, what should you eat instead? Well, you can focus on unprocessed ingredients like whole grains, lean meats, and produce. Both produce and whole grains are full of vitamins, fiber, and other great nutrients that are essential for your body, health, and fitness. They can make you feel full for longer because their high fiber content is slow to digest. That means you'll be less hungry, so it'll be easier to stay on course with your eating plan. Number 6. Don't get too hungry. Controlling hunger is essential to staying consistent with your diet. In fact, scientists have discovered a link between hunger and weight gain. If you get too hungry, you tend to overeat and gain weight. It makes sense, doesn't it? So you need an easy strategy to keep hunger at bay. Snacking on healthy and low-calorie options can help you fill an empty stomach, so you can stay on track with your diet. Wait, did somebody say snacking? Snacking has such a bad reputation, and it's for a good reason. If you constantly snack on fatty and high-caloric foods, weight loss will become impossible. But it doesn't have to be that way. Snacking is a great way to lose weight as long as you're smart about it. Of course, eating candy bars all the time is not a great idea, but fruit, nuts, and healthy snacks are a very effective way to keep hunger at bay. Number 7. Incorporate healthy habits along the way. Have you ever wondered why most of your friends have failed at losing weight? And it's not just your friends. Scientists have found evidence that most dieters lose weight for a while, but gain it all back after some time. Does that mean that diets are bad? Of course not. Diets are a great tool to lose weight. However, they can be useless if you don't focus on building healthy habits that will help you follow through over the long term. So keep in mind that losing weight is not only about what foods you eat and what foods to avoid. It's also about what you do on a regular basis. Are you managing stress so you're less likely to go on emotional eating marathons? Are you exercising regularly? Have you found healthier restaurants to go to? These simple changes can make such a big difference to your health and fitness. And the great thing about habits is that once you build them, they are difficult to unlearn. Diets can be temporary, but habits are for life. Number 8. Limit temptations. If you have plenty of temptations all around you, it'll be hard to stick to your diet. That's because temptations trigger your hunger. It will be difficult for you to resist tasty snacks and treats if you keep them all around your kitchen, house, car, or office. Sooner or later, your willpower muscle will get tired and you will give in. Keep your environment temptation-free, or at least hide appetizing food so you don't see them all the time. Out of sight, out of mind. Instead, give yourself easy access to plenty of healthy and low-calorie snacks. Fruit is always a great option, but sometimes you may want to go for some extra flavor or texture. If you are a fan of dairy, have some yogurt or cottage cheese. If you need comfort on a cold winter day, go for soup. And if you want some extra taste, you can even choose popcorn or low-calorie ice cream. Number 9. Choose the right diet. Not all diets will be a good fit for you. If you choose the right diet, it'll be easier to stick with it. You'll enjoy your meals, you won't have to struggle with hunger, and you'll make consistent progress over time. But if you pick the wrong diet, it'll be impossible to stay consistent. You'll feel miserable and hungry all the time. You'll hate every meal, and you'll always want to cheat. So make sure you choose a diet you'll be able to stick to. If you want to learn all about the most effective weight loss diets and how to choose the one that will work for you, click here to watch this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more amazing content on health and fitness. See you in the next video.